me.
Thought you would have taken care of that during the break.
You would think so, but no, you'd be wrong. It's Dixon Divining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Catherine Kyatt in for the vacationing Valerie Vining. If you'd like to see what her backside looks like, you can see now. What in the world are you doing over there? What have you done?
It's a great profile
What did
shot.
you break? What? She's standing on top of the. You got it? Are you good? You
The
good?
chair was on top of the cord.
The chair was
pull that
on top of
microphone
the
to
cord. Yeah, you.
Sorry. The chair was on top of the
Uh-huh.
headphones cord.
Yeah. You know, as Steve said, you think you would have taken care of that during the break.
I didn't know
but-
about it until I tried to put them back on. Again, I'm just going to sit here still throughout this entire segment and not move.
Welcome to the world of radio. The number of times that I've gone to put the headphones on, and it's been that kind of like almost a slapstick comedy where they come out of your hands and it's boom. Oh, I'm standing on the cord. I'm an idiot. Okay.
But you're on the radio and not on YouTube, and
That's
nobody can see that happening.
This is why we all now have these headphones here. It's got a plug on this end, so when you step on it, it comes disconnected like that instead of the cord just breaking and you having to go buy new headphones. See? Rather ingenious.
That is ingenious. How
Yeah.
long did it take for them to come out with those or for y'all to buy them?
You know how long it took for them to come up with the idea of putting the top for the ketchup on the bottom of the bottle?
I mean,
Yeah.
that only came out, what, about 10 years ago?
About
Something like that?
the same
About
amount
that
of
time, yeah.
Took about the same amount of time. 9:07, and the Alabama Men's Clinic is interested in all of you. You know, that's the thing about the Alabama Men's Clinic. They want to treat the whole guy. They don't just deal with, your problem. They don't just see you as a problem. They don't just see you as low testosterone or a guy who needs GLP-1s or someone who's looking for peptides or somebody who's got ED. They look at someone who is in need of their services and is a whole human being. They will treat the whole human being, and they're as nice as can be about it. Truly wonderful people. And that's really, the business is only as good as the people that are working there, because there's a lot of places that deal with testosterone, and there's more than one or two places that deal with GLP-1s. But when you're dealing with the Alabama Men's Clinic, you know you're dealing with people who really, honestly do care about you and the whole you. And of course, they're urology-backed science. You need to give them a jingle, 598-7000. Talk to them about an appointment and how you can start improving your life almost immediately through any number of ways. The Alabama Men's Clinic, 598-7000 online, alabamamensclinic.com. You can make an appointment there in 30 seconds or less.
It's Steve's turn.
So, question for you, Richard. If you have 25,000 plus of anything, doesn't matter what it is, can you come up with the 30 best, truthfully?
That'd be kind of tough. I mean, I can't imagine what it is we're looking for, but I can't wait to hear this.
Sports Illustrated has decided to take 106 years of the National Football League and take all the players who have ever played in any game and boil it down to the 30 best, and that's 25,000 plus players in 106 years. So let's see how good they did, shall we? In at number 30 is an offensive lineman, Larry Allen. Defensive lineman, Bob Lilly at number 29. In at number 28, I found this interesting. Running back Emmitt Smith. You know, the all-time leading rusher in the National Football League is at number 28.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. I got you.
Number 27, offensive lineman Jonathan Ogden. Bruce Smith, defensive end at number 26. We do go back a ways here. Quarterback Sammy Baugh at number 25. Okay.
What year was that?
Oh, we're going back to the 50s for him.
Woo.
So at least they don't have short-term memory. Defensive back Rod Woodson, 24. Number 23, offensive lineman John Hanna came out of Alabama.
Okay.
Number 22, wide receiver Randy Moss. Defensive back Ronnie Lott in at number 21. This is a guy who once cut off the tip of his broken finger instead of undergoing surgery so that he could just continue to play.
Yeah, Ronnie Lott. Back up, though. Randy Moss at 22?
22.
Okay.
22.
All right.
And number 20, first current player on the list, quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Defensive lineman Aaron Donald, who just recently retired a couple of years ago at 19. Quarterback Deion Sanders at 18. Ray Lewis at 17. The only vaunted quarterback from the class of 1983, John Elway, comes in at 16.
Slow white Bronco.
Yeah. Anthony Munoz, the offensive lineman, at 15. Mean Joe Green, 14th. Might have put him a little higher. Running back Barry Sanders comes in at 13.
One of the best ever.
Now, here's the thing. He looked to be the all-time rushing leader, but he quit well before he was out of gas because well, he was playing for the woeful Detroit Lions at the time, and he just got tired of all the losing.
Yeah.
He retired with just shy of 16,000 rushing yards.
I ran across a highlight reel of his the other day. I watched it 3 times. I was enthralled. I mean, he was so good.
I know. Number 12, defensive lineman Deacon Jones. This is the guy who coined the term sack and might, if they had kept track of the stat back when he was an active player, be the all-time leader in that stat.
Might be.
Number 11, quarterback Johnny Unitas.
Johnny U.
Yeah, number 11. Number 10, wide receiver Don Hudson, another Alabama alum on the list. Number 9, linebacker Dick Butkus, considered to have changed what the linebacker did when he played in the 1960s.
I was wondering where he would fall on this list.
Number 8 and number 7, both quarterbacks. 8 is Peyton Manning, 7 is Joe Montana.
Yeah, okay. I'm with you.
Number 6, defensive lineman Reggie White, Minister of Defense. Number 5, Walter Payton, the NFL's Man of the Year award is named after him.
One of my favorites.
Number 4, linebacker Lawrence Taylor. Took basically what Butkus did and turned the position on its ear again.
LT.
Number 3, he would be my choice. If you said pick an all-time team to put out there, this guy would be my starting running back. Jim Brown.
Okay.
Speaking of retiring early, played 9 seasons. Retired with the all-time rushing, still 12th on the all-time rushing yards list.
If he had not been called away on that special mission in Germany, I think he would have played a lot longer.
I know.
Yeah,
He and that dirty dozen, man.
So sad.
Number 2, wide receiver Jerry Rice.
Ah.
Holds almost every single receiving yard record that there is. Catches, touchdowns, posted over 12,000 yards receiving, and all did that after turning 30. Think about that for a minute. In at number 1, care to take a guess?
I mean, Bo Jackson didn't play long enough.
No, he's not on that list.
That's so he wouldn't be, but he certainly had the shot at it.
Yeah, if he could have played longer, I imagine he would be pretty high up on that list.
Oh, wow. Dan Marino.
No. It is a quarterback, though.
It is a quarterback.
Just recently retired.
Tom Brady.
Tom
It
Brady.
is Tom
Of course,
Brady.
Tom Brady. Yeah,
7
what was I
Super
thinking?
Bowls, all-time NFL leader in yards, TDs, both regular and postseason. Most wins in both regular and postseason all-time as well. He sits at number 1.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're only going to pick 30, it's tough. I would have probably put Carl Eller on that list and Fran Tarkenton, two people I grew up watching.
Think about it. Fran Tarkenton is kind of the guy who set the mark for what quarterbacks, for the most part, are doing today, the scrambling, throwing quarterback.
The name of his book was Better Scramble Than Lose.
There you
I owned
go.
it, read it as a kid. Brett Favre. I mean, nothing.
Well.
Just
Let me just
don't worry about that. We're just on the radio.
perfect timing for a spam call.
I love it. No, Brett Favre doesn't make top 30. There's a handful of others that would spring to mind that you're kind of like, really,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
But I got to be honest, I can't think of anybody I'd throw off that list. I can't-
Difficult to say.
Yeah,
You know?
and I especially think that they got like the top. I'm going to say top 15 right. I really do. I think they did a good job with that.
I don't know. I might say that Emmitt Smith is a little underrated.
Yeah, I mean, not unfair, but everybody only gets on the list one time.
True.
So
Oh,
it's like Emmitt Smith is one of my all-time favorite players. I really loved. There are people who are just a thing of beauty to watch when it comes to football. Walter Payton, absolutely one of them. Jim Brown, as you pointed out. I mean, there were some guys that just, man, you could just sit and watch them all day. Back when football was more of a running game, and then somewhere, I don't know where we went off the rails, but it suddenly became a game of long bombs, and and I really got frustrated in the '90s when, and I think Deion Sanders was the first person to do this. You started to see these receivers run out of bounds rather than get tackled. And he said, when he was with the Cowboys, he got called out for that one time in the film room, and he said, that was a business decision. And it's like, okay, I get it, but unfortunately it got to the point where no one was busting heads any longer. Everybody was running out of, and the run game practically disappeared during that time. Yeah. And then it made a recurrence, and you started to see people like Adrian Peterson and guys like that were making
and we're kind of going through that again. I mean, running backs went away for a little while again because you had the running quarterback.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden running backs are kind of making a comeback again because we have seen so many quarterbacks who obviously get so much money in a contract. So the teams want to keep them safe. So we're like, hey, let's kind of get back to a regular running game with guys who get paid to be a running back.
Exactly. I might have lied when I said I don't know who I'd throw off that list. I might replace Elway with Dan Marino. Might.
The stats are better except for the Super Bowls.
Yeah,
That's about the only difference.
that's true. But I just saw. I don't know where it was. Trent Richardson got picked up. He's coaching somewhere now.
Yeah, I heard about that.
As locally, somewhere in the state of Alabama.
Right,
Anyway,
yeah.
I don't remember where. It's not the University of Alabama. But the thing about Trent Richardson is he unfortunately came along during a very talent-rich year, and so there was no chance he was going to win the Heisman. As great as he was, and he was spectacular, there was no chance he was going to win the Heisman. Flash forward 1 year, and you had a talent dearth. And we ended up with the first University of Alabama player to win the Heisman because it was like, man, any other year you wouldn't have even been nominated. But, you won it this year because there just wasn't that much talent out there. So that's kind of the way I feel about Marino and Super Bowls. It's like, Elway won the Super Bowl during a year when it was just fated to be. I mean, they say that the Barry Switzer's Cowboys Super Bowl was really just left over from the previous year. The whole team came back and they all played. It's like we could have done this without a coach. Probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably. Anyway. Well, we love these lists because we get to pick them apart.
That's right.
What they're here for.
That's why I like finding them.
9:17 with Dixon inviting. Thank you, Steve. Back at a flash. By the way, I got a text from our good friend Gary Asher, Mr. Drum. You know, it was a marimba that was being played on that song. Moonlight Feels Right. Marimba.
That's one letter off from my middle name.
From what?
From my middle name.
Which is what? Miranda?
Marinda.
Marinda?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How did you end up with that?
Family.
They lost a bet? Or?
Grandmother.
Oh, okay.
Mother.
Gotcha.
Great-grandmother. It's a good old Southern name.
Great thing about having Catherine on is that I can pick on her, and she knows I'm only kidding most of the time. It's 9:23. That's Rosewood. Rosewood is the little. That's what he was beating on. That's Rosewood. What do they call him?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm sure Gary can probably text me and tell me.
I hope he would. I hope he does.
That would be nice. Flipsy's Furniture, 1811 Crestwood Boulevard, and Highway 31 in Hoover, across from the Galleria. 2 locations now to find great furniture, designer furniture at wholesale prices. The Irondale location is designed for a little more of everything, every kind of house in and around the Birmingham metro area. I live in a house now that was built in the 70s, updated in the 90s. They got furniture for that. I lived in a house in Highland Park that was built in 1914. They got furniture for that. I lived in a house built in the 60s in Bessemer. They got furniture for that. I'm telling you, they have got furniture for whatever decor you need, including mid-century modern, including brand spanking new, whatever it is. They can make it happen for you. By the way, all the furniture is new. I don't want you to think that any of that is used. And it's all very solidly built. There's no press board, none of that garbage. Now, if you go over to the Hoover location, you find stuff that's designed for Hoover. And you're going to be thankful that it's there and that it's lower priced than the other guys. It's just that simple. They've got designer furniture, wholesale prices, 12 months, same as cash, and white glove delivery for just a little bit more money, and it is worth every penny. Flipsy's Furniture, flipsysfurniture.com, Irondale and Hoover. Aaron Rodgers, speaking of football players, and this guy didn't make the list either. Aaron Rodgers got on a ESPN segment and managed to tick off people on both sides of the Anthony Fauci debate. Interestingly, they really wanted to talk to him about his final year here. He's going to be with the Steelers again. And instead of doing that, all he did was talk about Fauci. All he did was say, I plead the fifth, like Fauci did 111 times. You guys didn't even cover that. Like, everybody was talking about my vaccine status, and everybody, he goes on, and he would not shut up about it. And they tried to change the direction of the thing. Nope. And then he picked on ESPN. He picked on anybody. He really ripped Fauci apart. He's like, that guy belongs in prison. I can't believe it. The Steelers had to weigh in on this, because it was starting to get a lot of feedback. Of course, you got people on both sides of this thing. And the Steelers came out and said, look, he can say whatever he wants. He's an American citizen. He can have his opinion. He didn't say anything that, wasn't his opinion or that was non-factual. So we're good with it. Fine. No big deal. Good. You got to do that.
And apparently he was equal opportunity when it came to ticking everybody off.
Yeah, absolutely. Although I'm still mystified by people who are buying the Fauci garbage at this point. If you followed the tale, and you're still a big Fauci supporter, man, oh man, you are so deep in the Kool-Aid, there's no help.
Yeah, I don't even try to have a conversation.
No, you're not going to be able to have one. It's terrible. Bill Maher, he's already on record. He's told J.D. Vance, he said, look, my vote is in play in 2028, which is interesting because he said, these people are crazy. They're picking so many crazy, Democrats are picking so many crazy candidates. He's like, I can't take them seriously. Bill Maher is one of the very few, I think, leftists who has remained somewhat sane. He certainly understands economics and is able to see that Mamdani's plans are on a head course to disaster, that there's just nothing that's going to pull these things out of the fire if you understand how economics work. But also, the things that really get to him are things like opening the border wide up. How you can have somebody who says, I'm in favor of Hamas and LGBTQ. You can't be in favor of both.
He has a lot of common sense. I love following Bill Maher.
Yeah.
I've heard him say before that he became a Democrat, or he identifies or would identify with that, at least starting out because of being concerned about the climate, being concerned about global warming and the climate and that type thing. But he stays pretty. He's got a great amount of common sense.
That is the biggest problem for the Democrats. They hate his common sense, and they won't go on his show, which I think is fascinating.
No, and I'll watch like snippets from his show, and he says that he'll like I think he said that to JD Vance. Like, I can get you on my show. I can't remember who he said, but I can't get them on my show, but you'll come on my show.
Couldn't get Kamala, couldn't get AOC, couldn't get any of the squad members, because they're just not willing to actually have an argument or a conversation about these things. They can't back up what they're saying is the biggest problem. Things like, men can have periods. No, they can't.
No, they can't.
You just have to stop that.
Nor would you want to. Nor would you even want to try.
No.
Just stop.
Thank you, Jesus. Pass on that. Fun Spot America Atlanta in Fayetteville has had its final day of operation.
No fun anymore, huh?
Fun Spot. It's huge. Fun Spot is a place that had like one roller coaster, I think a go-kart track, arcade. That was about it.
They finally realized, we already have that in Six Flags?
That's right. They couldn't compete. That was their kind of their shtick. The Fun Spot in Orlando is there in the middle of all the parks. It's there. There's Disney World, there's Universal Studios, there's SeaWorld, and there's Fun Spot. And they run these ads saying, it's huge. It's not huge. It's not huge.
In comparison to what?
Exactly. 9:30 with Dixon and Vining. Catherine Kyan in for the vacationing Valerie Vining today and once or twice more this week, depending on how she feels. She may never come back. I don't know. Stick around. Jerry Rafferty and Joe Egan made up Steelers Wheel, and this was their big hit. Doing a medley of their hit right here. Beautiful. 5:36 with Dixon Vining. Actually, Catherine Kite in for the vacationing Valerie Vining today. And then she, you wanted to plug. A friend of yours wanted to plug something real quick. What was it? Hold on. She's looking it up now. She's finding it. It's very important.
Thursday night,
Mm-hmm.
Our Lady of the Valley Catholic Church on Double Oak Lane in Shelby County. Shelby County chapter of the Alabama Alumni Association kickoff party. Tickets $20 for members, $30 for non-members. Erwin Dudley and trainer Jeff Allen will be speakers there that night. It is from 5:30 to 8 p.m. And everybody is invited and encouraged to come attend.
If we wanted more information, any idea where one would go for that?
That is a good question.
All right, just.
I'll. Oh, okay. Sorry, there is a website. uanaa.link/ShelbyCo.
Sounds good to me. Marvelous. Have a good time. Hope everybody who wants to go gets there. I always enjoyed the kickoff. We used to air Auburn games, and we would always have the Auburn kickoff, Jefferson County Auburn kickoff. It was one of the centers that was named after that criminal who made off with all the Health South money. But it was always a good time. It was always a great crowd, and usually had some players and a few coaches and whatever would show up, and it was just a wonderful experience. So you don't have to be a fan of the organization to go and enjoy it, but if
they
you're
are
part of
fun.
that, you should.
Yeah, I've been to several of the kickoff parties, Jefferson County and Shelby County, and they're a good time.
Always a good time.
Yeah.
Rodney's Marine is also a good time. They have got that Suzuki-powered Silverwave Starcraft pontoon or tri-toon of your dreams, plus the Savannah Center Council. Rodney's Marine is on Highway 231 in beautiful Cropwell, and those Suzuki engines have got the 5-year warranty. That is way better than a lot of their competition. They're stronger. They're faster. Rodney loves them. That's why he deals with them exclusively. He also is the number one seller for Starcraft and Silverwave boats in the area, so you're dealing with someone who really knows their stuff and moves a lot of product, so you're getting something, the freshest, the newest boat on the market today. Unless you want a used one, they have those as well. You can also rent a boat just to find out if boating life is for you. But with that in-house financing and great low monthly payments, they make it so easy to own a boat. They make it so easy to be a boater with their fabulous, they can store your boat for you. They obviously repair boats. They do a lot of that, the Boat Whisperer, Rodney's Marine and whatnot. And the valet service, if they have any room left in that, boy, you'd be crazy not to take advantage of it. Rodney'sMarine.com if you'd like to find out more, Rodney'sMarine.com or Highway 231 in beautiful Cropwell right there on Lake Logan Martin. They deliver to all lakes in the area and to your driveway. Chips Ahoy is releasing a first-of-its-kind cookie for a limited time. It's the first ever mystery cookie flavor. Ooh. Yeah. Why do people do this? Regularly you'll see products that are like, it's the mystery flavor. And I'm like, I kind of want to buy something I'm sure of.
Yeah. There's a lot of, I don't love surprises.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I don't love surprises.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I sure don't want surprises in my food.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want surprises in my food.
Yeah.
I like to know what I'm eating. And I'm bougie about nothing else but my food and my drinks.
What's the mystery? Feces.
Oh,
Oh, thanks. I'll pass.
Oh, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Mm-mm.
Or your taste buds equivalent thereof.
Yeah.
There you go.
You never can tell.
No.
Arby's is adding a Buffalo Ranch chicken sandwich. They have a $7.99 meat and 3 value box, and I am old enough to look at that and go, they think that's a value meal? $7.99? They
Oh,
think
but
that's
it
a
is.
value? Actually, in this day and age, it really is.
Today, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, whew. Fast
And
food
for
chain-
Arby's, maybe even more so.
Yeah, exactly. Arby's has a reputation for tearing a hole in your $20 bill, and they've had it for a long time. I mean, Arby's has always been one of the more expensive fast food restaurants, and they've been kind of proud of it. Adding a new Buffalo Ranch chicken sandwich to its meat and 3 value box, giving fans another option when they're in the mood to switch up their usual order. The new sandwich starts with crispy chicken tossed in spicy buffalo sauce, gets topped with creamy ranch and shredded lettuce. All comes together on a toasted, buttery brioche bun for a combination that hits the sweet spot between spicy, creamy, and crunchy.
That does sound like it'd be. That sounds like it'd be good.
I didn't know there was a sweet spot in there, but okay.
Apparently there is. And I know what it's missing.
Every box also includes a small order of Arby's curly fries, 2 mozzarella sticks, a peach cobbler roll, and a small drink for $7.99.
That's a good bit.
That's a bargain, baby.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I went to a barbecue restaurant yesterday, local fast barbecue restaurant, and I got a kids meal, and it cost me $8.50.
Hmm.
Kids pork sandwich and a side.
Now,
So-
yeah. Did you have to do a lot of chores to save up that $8.50 in allowance, or how did that work exactly?
Look, I worked very hard for all $8.50 of that. Yeah. So just
For
even
right about
kids,
an hour.
Yeah.
even kids' meals are
Mm-hmm.
super expensive lately.
No, it is getting crazy out there. Absolutely. I've reached the point now where if I'm going to a restaurant, I just don't even try to guess at what it's going to cost me any longer. I'm just like, just be prepared to pay whatever. You know, you've decided you're going to go let someone else do the cooking, break out the Visa, let it, and then when they flip the little screen around, just give them the 20% tip and shut up about it and get on with your life. You know, it's just there's some things that are no longer worth fighting or being distressed about. So when I went to that probably same barbecue restaurant some time ago, I got set back like $22.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's what it costs, you know. That's you chose what you wanted, and you're paying every bit of it. It was delicious.
I
by
chose
the
the kids' meal.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need to eat as much, and it's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you probably did spend $22.
You're a tiny little person. I mean, physically, not. Gatorade, bringing back a rare flavor for a limited time. How do you feel about the Gatorade?
I like Gatorade.
From time to time.
A little salty for me.
I always cut it half with water.
That's probably a good idea. So they have decided that they're breaking out the Shirley Temple flavor.
The
Ew.
what?
Woo.
In 2025, Gatorade released an extremely exclusive Shirley Temple flavor, branded as Paige's favorite flavor in honor of Paige Bucher's 2024 social media post sharing her love for the mocktail. I know Shirley Temple hate to see me coming, Bucher shared on X, formerly Twitter. The pink thirst quencher favorite, modeled after the grenadine, cherry, and lemon lime soda beverage, was released exclusively via an Instagram giveaway sent to Bucher's herself. Of course, when Redditors caught wind of the new flavor, many were excited about the collab, blah, blah, blah. You can still buy some on eBay for as much as $2,000.
No.
So they're breaking it back out again for about a minute and a half. If you say so.
Congratulations, Paige. You've started something nobody really wanted.
Mm-hmm. Nobody asked for this. Panda Express has a couple of new items. I've never been to Panda Express in my life.
Really? Been there a couple of times. It's okay.
One of them, I think we already talked about one of them, hot orange chicken. I got to figure it kind of looks like Agent Orange on that chicken. I'm not sure you want that. But the other one is Cantonese barbecue brisket, which I love, by the way. Cantonese barbecue brisket.
Does sound pretty good.
Yeah. Chinese barbecue is some of the best. Korean barbecue as well. When you
I
get
love
that.
Korean barbecue.
Yeah, that's good stuff. But I have never in my life had Panda Express, but it must be doing well. I see them everywhere.
If you want fast Chinese food,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is. So it's not like what you would go to a restaurant and get, like at a regular restaurant. It's fast food and Chinese.
Now, I
That's
discussed
exactly
this once.
what you.
I think we discussed this when Valerie was here, Steve, that every time you see a Panda Express, somewhere in the vicinity you will find a pet store.
Yeah, I've generally found that to be true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Think about it.
Oh God, no.
Yeah. I don't know what
I don't
it
want to
means.
think about it.
I'm not saying it means anything in particular. It's just an odd thing that I've noticed.
It's probably not a coincidence.
No, it probably is a coincidence. Let's hope it's a coincidence.
I mean, it's probably not a coincidence. I mean, it's probably not a coincidence, but probably not for like the stereotype
No.
that we're alluding to.
I don't think so. I hope not, anyway.
I would hope not.
Pepsi is launching its most outrageous product yet. Hey, ay, ay. Pepsi is now entering the bathroom with the all-new Pepsi Wild Cherry Body Wash and Pepsi Vanilla Slushy Body Scrub.
What?
Gonna rush right out and buy some of this?
No.
What?
You smell just like a soft drink.
It's what we were all going for.
I don't know.
Our business model is centered around beverages. So let's get into personal hygiene.
Exactly. Do we, as a society, I don't know, I wouldn't say we have too much money, but I would say that somebody wrote into the Wall Street Journal the other day, and it had to do with these, Generation X kids and millennials who are like, we can't buy a house because we don't have the money and it's not fair and we can't make enough and blah, blah, blah. And this guy basically was breaking down, this is how things were when I was growing up. We had 4 TV channels. They were all free. There wasn't any, cable package. There wasn't any streaming packages. We had one telephone. It was attached to the wall. Didn't have to, we got a phone bill every month, but there wasn't 150. We didn't have to have the new one every year or so. That was, family had one car. He said my dad was a successful lawyer, and he took the train to work every day. So that my mom could have the car to do the grocery shopping, doing this on one income, and basically broke down all the different ways that they weren't spending money. We didn't go out to eat very often. It was a rarity as a family for us to do that. Kids played sports, but nobody was on an expensive travel ball team that, you had to spend thousands of dollars in coaching or getting your kid from point A to point B or for uniforms or any of this stuff, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I thought, if you really were to sit down and you were to remove all those things from your budget, what kind of money might you have? You might be pleasantly surprised by just what kind of scratch you're able to pull together if you were like, you know what? I don't need all these streaming things. I don't need the newest phone. I don't even need this very high-end, phone package that I'm on right now. I don't have that many friends. I got like 3. They're all filling in this week. But seriously, it does make me wonder when we look and go, oh, Pepsi body wash, I need to have something. You really don't need some of that. Nobody needs that. For the love of God. 9:49, the Dixon Divining question of the day is coming your way next. Oh, yeah.
Mama, what's that mean?
Check out the actual video for this song on YouTube. And it is a 70s fashion show, 70s hairstyle show. And then, of course, the song itself is a delight.
Ah,
It's an afternoon delight.
okay.
The Starland Vocal Band. Two couples who broke up before this song quite hit number one. And then they were stuck doing a TV show for the summer with each other, even though they'd broken up already. Oopsie. How about some texts, huh? Jay says, in Winfield, Alabama, 1989, I rode from Hackleburg, Alabama to Panama City, Florida in the back of a truck with no problems.
Oh, yeah. I remember standing up in the bed of a pickup truck going down a highway doing like 55, 60.
We were so dumb.
Weren't we?
Carlos says, Richard, sounds like you need a CPAP machine. It'll change your life. Not the problem, my friend. I wish it were my throat. It's my lungs. Philip says, if they'd not put Joe Montana on the list, I would have called BS. I'm kind of disappointed that Bart Starr was not on the list. Everybody has their disappointments. I thought Fran Tarkenton should be there. Good morning. Trent Richardson will be coaching at John Carroll, says Christy.
There you
Thank
go.
Oh,
That's what it is.
okay.
I thought that, but I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to get it wrong. And there's nothing worse than putting that misinformation out there and then having to fix it later. McGee says, I know basic biology is simple, but I do occasionally agree with Katy Perry that there are men who PMS like a woman. I would know. Okay, if you say so. All right, that's pretty much it for the text.
Weird bit of personal experience there.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up on that. We appreciate it. How about this?
Dixon and Vining's question of the day.
In honor of National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, what is the best store-bought cookie, Steve West?
If it's not an Oreo, it's a wrong answer.
Any kind of Oreo, or is it one in particular that you like?
I love the Post Malone. They need to bring it back. I don't care if they change the name on it. Bring that back.
Okay, what about you? I almost called you Valerie Vining because that's what I'm used to
So
saying
close.
at this time.
If you take a chewy Chips Ahoy cookie and put it in the microwave for about 5 seconds,
Mm-hmm. That's the perfect.
that's going to be mine.
It's a perfect setup. Okay.
Pepperidge Farm Chesapeake, right? That's a chocolate chip cookie that's chewy and gooey and delicious. They only have 3 or 4. They got like Montauk. They've got all these fancy. I love the Gary Goldman bit about Pepperidge Farms. Oh, we're a Milano. We're so highfalutin and expensive. Each one of us comes in our own little apartment. Oh, yeah, Milano, where did I get you again? That's right, Target. I remember now. Yeah. Calm down, Pepperidge Farm. Some of the ones we get on social media, Milano by Pepperidge Farm. Good job,
There you
Jerry.
go.
Crumble cheesecake, peanut butter cornflake cookies sold by Kimberly in select convenience stores. A road trip essential.
Okay.
Peanut butter cornflake cookies.
Never tried it, I don't think.
Try.
Johnny says Keebler's soft batch.
Mm-hmm. I do love those. Tim says pecan sandies. Betsy, Walker's shortbread. Ooh, Walker's shortbread for the win. Absolutely. Double mint cream Oreo. Do the full moon half dip chocolate chip cookies count? No, it's not really store bought. Name brand pinwheels, not the store brand. Well, okay. Let's see. Jane says no contest. Walker's shortbread. Oh, and would you add some more butter to the box of 12, please? Yes, by all means. Pepperidge Farm white chocolate macadamia called the Tahoe. Oh, people love their Pepperidge Farm. They're bougie like you when it comes to their food.
I
So-
probably need to start trying them.
Yeah, I think so too. Winn-Dixie has an awesome cranberry pecan oatmeal cookie from their bakery, or they did. Yeah, they're gone now. Ginger snaps. I love ginger snaps.
Taylor says Bud's best chocolate peanut butter.
Those are great, no question. Otis Spunkmeyer white chocolate macadamia nut cookies, if you can still find them. Danish wedding cookies. I could seriously live on Fig Newtons, says Nancy. Frosted sugar cookies from the Pig. Nutter butter, I like it. Bud's, a lot of Bud's best out here. Chips Ahoy or Oreo. Tate's chocolate chip. All of these are perfectly acceptable answers. All right, Catherine Kind off to work. She'll be back day after tomorrow. Hey, make a note, Steve. We're talking to Tommy Tuberville, 7 o'clock on Thursday on the telephone.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'll be back tomorrow dark and early at 6 a.m. with Matt Nicholson sitting in the co-pilot's seat. Talk at you then. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk99.5.com. Bye-bye now.